I'd like to introduce you to Molly Ammerman, Certified Legal Nurse Consultant. Thank you, Molly, for joining me here today.
Thank you. Thanks for having me.
So Molly, you talk about how as a certified legal nurse consultant, you're proficient in 3 ways. You say you enjoy meeting people, that you'll talk to people in the grocery line, for example. You say second, that you're a hard worker. And third, that you enjoy trying new things. All right, so let's start with the first one, that you enjoy meeting people. Why is this important as a certified legal nurse consultant?
So when you mentioned in your core curriculum, the call mail thing, I was like, easy. I can just do a cold call, ask them. People usually want to talk about themselves. So I just ask questions about them and why they're attorneys, like what their story is, what they're working with. And then just break the ice off the bat. And then we can just talk human to human. And it happens pretty quickly. It's fun.
So that's great. So it helps you to kind of take the fear out of attorneys because you just kind of like talking to people in general.
Yeah.
That's fantastic. All right. Now you also say you're a hard worker and you say I'm a nurse. So the two kind of go together, right?
Yeah.
Why is that important?
I just keep the motivation, keep the momentum going. I continue to get a hold of attorneys and follow up. And they're actually coming back to me saying, because you were so aggressive, I called you back. So I'm like, I'm hanging on that.
Okay, great. So part of being a hard worker means knowing that you can't just sit at home and wait for the attorneys to come to you, because
yeah,
I always joke that you're not the first person they're thinking of when they wake up in the morning, right?
That's great for life.
Yeah. On their day, they're on their cases. They're not really thinking about us. You also say that you enjoy trying new things. Why is that important as a CLNC consultant?
This whole thing, this whole life that I've created is a whole new thing. And it just happened quite naturally, actually. And I've been keeping it light. And yeah, and just asking a lot of questions. Can't be afraid to ask questions.
And I would imagine that also can help you with different types of attorneys who have different kinds of cases. Have you noticed that it's helpful in that way?
Very much so. They all have their own preferences. So I just ask them, hey, is this sample good for you? Do you want to do something else, chronological or just a quick write-up or whatever? So I like that it's a personable business. Yeah, relationship business, right?
Yeah. Thank you. Yes. I understand that you cut back on your job in a long-term care facility and you ended up getting a pay raise that actually made up for the loss of those shifts. Can you expand on that?
Oh my gosh, yeah, that tripped me up. That was wild. You know, it's just like little leaps of faith that I kept making and talking to others around me who are doing this kind of thing, like taking chances, doing new things, relying on a higher power. Right before I asked to go part-time so I could focus more on this business, picking out colors, doing the website thing and all this, I talked to a friend who actually made a leap of faith in her job and ended up getting full-time the next week because someone quit. So I was like, all right, I'm just gonna do it. And a couple of days later, they brought me in. I was like, what did I do now? And they were like, we're giving you a large raise. We're hoping this will keep you full-time. And I'm just like, I tried to just keep a straight face thinking, I'm starting a business. But it ended up covering for the shifts that I cut down on. So I feel like I had God like putting these little breadcrumbs in places and I was just following the lead and having so much fun.
It's amazing what happens when you put intention behind your goals.
Definitely.
Can you describe your experience of working with attorneys, what that's like?
It's just like another human being, I think. I can tell that they're pressed for time. So I really get in there and ask them right away, what time can we talk? I do prefer Zoom so we can see each other's face. There's something better about doing it face-to-face than a phone call. They usually prefer a phone call though. And so I try to cut right to the chase. What are your needs? This is what I can offer. And then I send them my stuff, my CV, samples, and my billing rates.
And what about the experience of actually working on the cases? Can you talk about that a little bit?
Yeah, you know what? My first attorney client is the perfect first attorney client. he taught me how to treat other professionals. He's so patient and like encouraging and like, let's do it this way. I'm sorry if I'm repeating myself. He did repeat himself quite a bit, but he taught me how to be thorough as well with my other clients and colleagues. So it was really magical. I was just like, this is a perfect first attorney client. Still have him. It's awesome. Yeah.
Yeah, I felt that way about my first attorney client, that it was almost a serendipitous kind of relationship.
Definitely. Yeah, that surprised me. It was nice.
It's a wonderful first experience. So one of your favorite quotes is from Janet Erstein Stewart, who said, "Do not wait for ideal circumstances nor the best opportunities. They will never come." Why is this important for RNs who are interested in becoming a legal nurse consultant to embrace this favorite quote of yours?
I landed on that quote when I was thinking of joining the program. I wasn't quite sold yet, but that quote, keeping that in front of me is like a why not kind of thing. It keeps the momentum going. Like I said, when we're going to have dips because it is a business, I don't know, there's something so powerful about that quote. It just keeps me going, keeps me trying new things, keeps me brave. Because getting into this, it's a new thing. We get really comfy with our specific patients, our specific coworkers. You know, that we can get really comfy, and I get that. I mean, continuity of care is so important. But this is really stretching me as a human being, and I'm so grateful for it.
Thank you. Molly, have you had a best experience with an attorney that you can describe?
Yes, it is definitely my first attorney client. He kept his appointment. He talked to me just like another human being. He wasn't in a rush. He was listening. He was engaging. So it wasn't like just all these questions fired at me. Didn't feel like an interview. It was a relationship. It is a relationship experience. We're still working together.
Fantastic.
Definitely my first attorney client. Yeah.
Thank you. I was really struck by your definition of success. What does success look like for you?
Thank you. Yeah. Success to me looks like the joy, the inner peace, the serenity that I have nowadays. I'm glad I got into nursing. It was a really rough road for me at first, but I found my niche. I love this opportunity to have more of a say in standard of care within facilities. I really enjoy life now. Part of this is, you know, stretching myself, doing a new program, because you know, a lot of us nurses can get really comfortable within our own niches, specialties of nursing, and the same patients, same colleagues, everything. I think we need to stretch ourselves as human beings, and really right now in the pandemic, it's amazing what joy this has brought to me. This specific job. I'm actually out of bedside nursing and I'm loving this. Yeah, definitely loving this life.
Well, I like all aspects of your definition. I especially love hearing the word joy. I think if we can say we have joy from our work and from our career as a certified legal nurse consultant, it doesn't get much better than that, does it?
That's right.
Thank you so much, Molly, and great success.
Thank you. Thank you, Vicki.